Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lauren James and I am the Yoga and Fitness Program Coordinator at the McFetridge Sports Center. And today I will be walking you through a Tabata fitness class. So Tabata is a form of high intensity interval training. High intensity interval training just means that you're working for a short burst and then you get a break, and then you work and then you get a break and you go back and forth. Tabata is a very specific type of high intensity interval training where we will work for 20 seconds, get a 10-second break, and do that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that's where we're headed. Every round of Tabata is 8 bouts of 20 seconds. For every round, we will do 2 exercises. So we're doing 4 rounds, 2 exercises apiece. We're only doing 8 exercises. We're only gonna do them for 20 seconds apiece and then get a 10-second break. So if that sounds confusing, that's okay. I've got my timer on my watch. You should be able to hear it, but I will still let you know. When we are moving from one to the next, I will be guiding you through all of it. So, and for this workout, all you'll need is some wall space. Honestly, this much wall is fine. We're not using it a lot. We're only using it for 1 exercise. So you just need a little bit of wall space and that's all you need. Okay, and I would maybe turn on some music because I'm not playing any music and it gets pretty boring working out, just listening to the sound of my voice, but that is your call. Okay, so let's start by warming up. So let's start just by marching wherever you're at. We will travel at some point, so that's why I'm sort of all the way over to one side of my mat. We're gonna travel sideways in a little bit, but we'll stay here for a little bit longer. Okay, so these first few minutes that we are warming up, I want you to move. I want you to stand up tall, relax the muscles of your face, because even though when we're working out and your arms feel like they're working hard and your legs are squeezing and your core is engaged, you don't need to be squeezing your face or clenching your jaw. So relax through your face, relax through your neck, your shoulders, keep your spine tall and long, take deep breaths. But I do want everything moving. This is the portion of class where I want everything really starting to move and you get your heart rate up. Okay. And so one of those rounds of Tabata is gonna be all for cardio. We are gonna spend some time really making sure our heart rate gets up. But here, we want the heart rate to get up, but not skyrocket. You shouldn't feel like you're sprinting. Okay, that is coming for later though. Okay, so stand up tall. Let's stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take these side steps. So 2 to one side, 2 to the other. So you're just gonna go right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Okay, so as you're taking these side steps, I want all 10 toes still pointing forward. Don't turn your feet out. Make sure all 10 toes are still pointing forward. When you look down, your feet look like the number 11. Okay, and your arms are lifted up. Elbows not low by the hips, up by the shoulders. And squeeze your upper back. Okay, let's do this one more time. One more time to the left, one more time to the right, and then V-step. So right, right, left, I'm sorry, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back. There it is. Okay, so all 10 toes are still pointing forward. Try not to make a V-step with your feet. The reason it's called a V-step is because it's wide in the front, narrow in the back, not because you're turning your feet out. So toes still forward. Let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2. Last one, we're gonna travel again. So side, side, right, right, left, left. We're gonna do just a little bit more of this kind of stuff. Again, this warm up where your heart rate is getting up. You're getting everything moving. Blood is pumping. Breath is a little bit labored. But again, it's not like you feel like you're sprinting or racing. Let's do 1 more to the left, 1 more to the right, and then V-step. So left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back. You got it. So wide in the front, narrow in the back, but toes all still forward. You got it. Let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one. Let's go to squats. Lower, lift, And when you lift, you squeeze. You pinch your glutes. You squeeze your backside. So you make sure that you're working, not just in your quads, but also in your glutes. You got it. Just like this. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. All right, and we're gonna come up. So this is sort of a boxer shuffle. So you're light on your toes in the ball mounts of your feet, shifting your weight right to left. It's almost like you're running in place, but it's got a little bit of a side to side action with it. And you can pump the arms, whatever you need. But here's where I want you to your heart rate to come up a little bit more. So here, this is more sort of a hint at cardio. Cardio is where the intention is to move fast, get your heart rate up, get your blood pumping. When you're sweating, you're out of breath. That's cardio. Most of what we're gonna do today is strength training. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to a march. Roll out your shoulders. So most of what we'll be doing, we've got 4 rounds of Tabata. We've got lower body, upper body, core. Those 3 are all strength training, resistance training. We're moving slow, controlled, and the point is to strengthen the muscles, to create more strength and endurance within those muscle groups. The 4th and final round will be cardio, where the intention is to move quickly, get your heart rate up, to feel like you are running a race, to feel like you are sprinting, because you've only got to do it for 20 seconds. So keep that in mind through all of these exercises. If you didn't switch sides with the shoulders. But if, something to keep in mind as we're going, we want the intensity up high. When we're working for those 20 seconds, the intensity should be high. Again, like you're sprinting, like you're racing. 10 seconds, you get to take a break, but don't stand still. Make sure you're still moving and taking deep breaths. Okay, again, I will walk you through all of it. We're gonna start with the legs. This is where we need the wall. So the 2 exercises that we're going to do are wall sits and lunges. I will walk you through both of them. I'm sure you know what both of those look like, so we can just get to it. So let's come over to the wall. I'm gonna start the timer. So we're gonna work hard here for 20 seconds, take a 10-second break, and then we're gonna go to those lunges. We're gonna go back and forth between the 2 exercises for this 1 round, okay? So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so 20 seconds at a wall sit. So here we get to stay still. Every other movement involves movement where we are moving, but here we're gonna stay still. So feet are about hip distance apart, toes point forward. Your feet look like the number 11. You're sitting low so you feel your quads working hard. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we've got lunges, so you don't need the wall. Now to start, we're gonna step the right foot back and keep it there. Lower, oh. We had our 10-second break. Okay, now we're gonna come into those lunges. Sorry about that. So a 10-second break between each of these exercises. Okay, so the right foot is back. All 10 toes are forward. The right heel is off the ground, but the front heel pushes firmly into the ground. You should be able to wiggle your left toes throughout this. Okay, back to the wall sit. So now you get a sense of what we're doing. We're gonna bounce back and forth, alternating the lunges every time. 3, 2, 1, wall sit. Okay, so again, 20 seconds working hard, 10-second break, where you're standing, you're taking deep breaths, and you're relaxing what you can. Even here, legs are working hard. Quads should feel like they're engaging. You can wiggle your toes, but you're grounding the heels. But you can relax your upper body. All right, now we've got the lunges. Step the left foot back. So left foot steps back. We've got 10-second break. All right, and then we lower and lift, lower and lift. I guess I just want to get right into those lunges, huh? Okay, so left heel is off the ground. Right heel is firmly pushing down, but you can wiggle your right toes. And you're lowering and lifting, you're dropping your body straight down and up. Okay, back to that wall sit. So that means we are halfway through. 3, 2, 1, wall sit. Okay, so you're sitting low. One of the issues with wall sits is people don't usually lower enough. So lower down. Imagine if you were to place a rolling pin on your thighs by your hips. Would it roll off by your knees? Are your thighs at this deep slant? Sit low, so that if you were to place a rolling pin here, it would stay right there. 3, 2, 1, come on up. Moving my rug. Okay, lunges with the right foot step back. We've got a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lunges, right foot back, lower and lift. Now we want to make sure we're dropping straight down and up. We're not leaning forward. We're not tipping forward. You're dropping your torso down and up like an elevator. Down and up, not to the sides, not leaning forward. Wall sit. Okay. You got a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, come on down into that wall sit. So feet hip distance, toes point forward. You're pushing your heels into the floor. Try to free up stress from those toes. Okay, you're sitting low enough that if a rolling pin were on your thighs, it would stay still. Maybe it even come towards your hips. Okay, lunges. Last one of lunges, we're gonna step the left foot back, but you've got a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, so left foot back, each foot in its own lane of traffic. It's not like you're on a tightrope, okay? And you're pushing your front heel firmly into the floor, but you can wiggle your front toes, making sure that you're dropping your torso straight down and straight up. Again, like an elevator. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now we've got a minute before we come to the upper body round. So that's all the legs, except for when we come back to cardio. So that's all the strength training for legs. Now we're doing strength training for upper body. So the two exercises, the first one is a tricep push-up. You're welcome to be on your knees, you're welcome to be on your toes, but hands are gonna be under the shoulders. You're gonna hook the hands out just a little bit, and you're gonna bend at the elbows, so the elbows slide in close alongside your body. So for my yogis, think chaturanga. You should feel it in your triceps and the backs of your upper arms. The second exercise is to come down into your stomach, arms out at a diagonal in front of you. You're gonna lift, hold the lift, squeeze arms back, arms forward, arms back, arms forward. You should feel that through your whole upper back. We're gonna start with those tricep push-ups. We're gonna alternate back and forth, just like legs. 3, 2, 1. Tricep push-up. So hands under shoulders. Hook the hands out a little bit. Bend at the elbows so the elbows point back, like your elbows are reaching for your hips. They should slide alongside your waist or your ribs. We're keeping them in nice and tight. 3, 2, 1. And again, that last exercise, you should feel it here in your triceps. Now this one, you're gonna come all the way down onto your stomach. I want you to feel this in the backs of your shoulders and your upper back. Arms out, so from up overhead, you look like the letter Y. You're gonna lift, keep the lift, draw the elbows back, draw them forward, draw them back, draw them forward. Okay, so you keep your chest up and you lengthen through the back of your neck. There's no wrinkles in the back of your neck because you're looking at your mat. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that one you should feel it through your upper back, mid back, maybe your low back, into the backs of your shoulders. Okay, back to triceps. Okay, so hands under shoulders, turn the hands out. You're gonna bend your elbows. So you lower your chest towards the floor. So it's just like a regular push-up. Same idea, we wanna make sure that we're not swaying in the spine and just dropping the hips. But now you're gonna feel it in your triceps. Woo, wait. All right, come on, down onto your stomach. We got a few seconds. Keep catching your breath. But now we're gonna feel this through more so the back. Okay, arms extended forward at diagonals. You're gonna lift, hold the lift, but draw the elbows back. Arms forward, arms back, arms forward. So lift your chest away from the ground. Relax your legs. Keep pushing your hips down, lift your chest, and squeeze those arms back. 3, 2, 1. You got 10 seconds. So that means we are halfway through the upper body round. So we've got to do each of these exercises 2 more times. We're doing the tricep push-ups. You've got it. Okay, hands under shoulders. Hook the hands out a little bit. So your pointer finger points forward. Now, if these are still finding, you're still finding these challenging, maybe you come to sort of these box push-ups with your knees stacked under your hips. This is like a tabletop push-up as opposed to a plank push-up. Okay, come on down to your stomach. So arms stretch out, So from up overhead, you look like a capital Y. You're gonna take a deep breath. You've got this. You're gonna lift, draw elbows back and forward, back and forward. Now keep the back of your neck long. You're looking down at your mat. There's no wrinkles in the back of your neck. You're protecting your neck as you work your back, as you work your arms. You're lifting your chest up, squeezing back. Keep moving and breathing. Okay, one more of each. And then we've got a round of core, and then we've got a round of cardio. We've got these push-ups for the very last time. So again, one option is to keep your knees under your hips, more like a tabletop push-up, as opposed to a plank push-up, which is gonna be harder, but I want you to feel this in your triceps, in the backs of your upper arms. So you're pushing your hands down, spreading your fingers wide. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one here. And then we've got a minute break. We go to core. 3, 2, 1. You're gonna lift, elbows back, elbows forward, elbows back, elbows forward. Now relax your legs. Push your hips down, lift your chest up, lengthen through the back of the neck, reach through the arms, squeeze through the arms. 3, 2, 1. All right, so now we've got a minute before we start the core exercises. So you wanna just watch. This is what they're gonna look like. I'm gonna come over here. Okay, so we're gonna start with obliques. So arms can be across your chest or behind your head, doesn't matter to me. But we're gonna lift, reach one way, come to the center. Reach one way, come to the center. So we're gonna focus on one side and alternate back and forth like we did for the lunges. Okay, and I will walk you through that. Exercise number 2, which is more for your lower abs, below your belly button. You're gonna bring your hands underneath you. So you're sitting on the backs of your hands. That's gonna help push your lower back into the floor. Feet will come up. Legs will never come forward of your hips. So your feet shouldn't be over your face. Your feet are over your hips and then towards the floor, one at a time. I'll walk you through different levels that you can take if you feel like this is too easy, but we're all gonna start here. We've got 3, 2, 1 with a bicycle. So you're gonna lift up, look towards your belly button, and then now look over at your left hip. Reach your right shoulder for your left hip. Return to the center. And then twist again in that same direction. Look over to the left hip. Reach your right shoulder towards your left hip. Go to the center. Do one more twist. Go to the center and lower down. Okay, we're gonna alternate. So we're coming to those throwdowns. Hands come underneath you, palms down. This is gonna help push your lower back down. Feet come up over the hips. Right leg, let it lower, hover over the floor, lift it up. Left leg, let it lower, hover over the floor, lift it up. Now you're not swinging your feet. Your legs are moving slow. The slower you move, the harder this is. So if you wanna be challenged, move slower, hold it at the bottom for just a moment. Okay, now we're gonna do that bicycle movement, but we're gonna go to the left now. Or you're gonna lift with your left shoulder, I should say. So arms can be across your chest or behind your head, doesn't matter to me. But lift up, look towards your belly button, and then now look at your right hip. Lift your left shoulder towards your right hip. Inhale, look at the center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And lower. Okay, throwdowns again. Hands come underneath you, palms down. Spread your fingers, push your lower back into the floor. Lift the feet up. All right, right leg, let it lower and lift. Left leg, lower and lift. Now the lower you come to the floor, the harder this is. So you don't have to lower that low if it doesn't feel good. But if you need more work, maybe do both legs moving in opposition of each other. 3, 2, 1. Just make sure you're pushing your lower back down for that one. Okay, now we're coming back. So we're gonna reach over the right shoulder to the left hip. Okay, lift up, look at your belly button, inhale. Exhale as you crunch right shoulder to the left hip. Inhale, look at your belly button. Exhale, look at your left hip. Inhale, look at your belly button. Exhale, look at your left hip. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and lower. Throw downs, bring your hands underneath you, palms down, push your lower back down into the floor. Support your lower back, feet come up, lower and lift. Okay, now slow and controlled. Push the lower back down, the ribs down into the floor. Protect your lower back. And then maybe you move legs in opposition of each other. The legs stay straight, the legs stay slow and fluid as you move. Keep pushing the lower back down, release the feet, okay? Arms across your chest or behind your head, doesn't matter. Just make sure you're not working from your neck. And you're gonna inhale, look at your belly button. Exhale, look at your right hip. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Now try to relax your feet. Make sure that the movement is coming from your abs, from your obliques, from your core. You've got it. And then lower those feet back down, or that upper body down. Okay, we've got the throw downs again. Bring the hands underneath you. Feet come up. All right, so you can do one at a time. You can do scissor kicks, or maybe you bring both feet together as you lower and as you lift, but you keep your ribs down. You keep your spine and your lower back pressing into the mat, because your lower back is safe and protected. You're gonna use your abs, use the front side of your body to work. Okay, we've got a minute. So that was the third out of our 4 rounds. So we've just got one more. The last one is cardio. There are 2 exercises just like what we've been doing. So one of them, we're down on the floor. I'll demonstrate that one first. We'll just start with that one. So the first one is a plank jack. So think plank in the upper body, jumping jacks in the legs. So if you watch my legs, option 1 is 1 foot, the other, 1 foot, the other, 1 foot, the other. You absolutely could stay there. Or plank in the upper body, jumping jacks in the legs. Now what we don't want is a big bouncy movement in your seat. Your seat should stay low. Your upper body should stay fairly still as you pump through the legs. So again, like jumping jack legs. Okay, and then the next one's easy. You've done it before. You are gonna do a line jump. So I'm gonna take this edge of my mat and I'm gonna jump forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Okay, that's all. So a line jump. If you would rather go side to side, you could go side to side. Just make sure you're not gonna set yourself up to trip on some stuff. But a line jump, again, I'm gonna be moving here and going forward and back. So plank jacks and line jumps. And we're gonna be alternating back and forth just like before. We are gonna start with the plank jacks. Okay, so last round of Tabata, last little bit of work. We've got to do each one 4 times, then we stretch, and we rest, and we cool down. Okay, we've got 7 seconds, and we're going to start with those plank jacks. So take some deep breaths. Know that you can do this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you can do 1 foot and the other, and that's fine. But make sure that your plank is a strong plank. Fingers are spread wide. Hands are pushing into the floor to really engage through the chest and the serratus anterior. 3, 2, 1. All right, come on up. So here's when we're doing these cardio movements. I want you to feel like you are sprinting. 3, 2, 1. Line jumps. So forward and back is what I'm doing. You can go side to side, makes no difference to me. Okay, but here is the portion of class where you should feel like you are sprinting, like you are working really hard. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're at least working at an 8. This is meant to be tough and challenging. 3, 2, 1. Plank jacks. So remember, we only got 10 seconds between the 2 rounds. So you want to come down quick. 3, 2, 1. Plank jacks. Now, again, it could be 1 foot at a time, or it could be both. But if that's the case, your hips stay low, your seat stays still. Make sure you're not bouncing through your seat. Keep the legs long, arms strong. You got it. All right. Line jumps. After this, we're halfway with the final round. 3, 2, 1. Line jumps. Both feet forward and back. Okay. Feet are about hip width. Doesn't matter to me what you do with your arms, but stand up tall. Keep breathing. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got this. So you're gonna jump up high. You're gonna jump up quick. 3, 2, 1. All right. We are halfway with the final round. Plank jacks. Hands down under the shoulders, spread the fingers. And you're gonna go out in, out in, out and in. So make sure the shoulders stay over wrists. We're not looking for a down dog and jacks. We're looking for a plank and jacks. So shoulders over wrists, spread the fingers. You got it. Okay, line jump. So this is the third out of 4. 3, 2, 1. I'm going forward, back. You do what you like, but move. You're gonna jump up high. You're gonna jump far. You're gonna jump quick because you got this. You are strong. You are able. You are focused. You can stick with it for 3, 2, 1. All right. Plank, jacks, we got this. All right, spread the fingers, push the hands down, straighten the arms, push into the floor like you're pushing the earth away. Stay long and lean through the legs. Keep those legs moving, the core still. 3, 2, 1. Line jumps, absolute last one. Then we're gonna stretch. 3, 2, 1. This is it, 20 seconds. All you have to do is work for less than 20 seconds. So you can stick with it. You can do it. So keep breathing. Stand up tall. Focus on your movement. You are strong. You are a force to be reckoned with. So keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Whew. 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 All right, so catch your breath. Keep moving your feet. Okay, since we're already standing, keep moving your feet. Let's stretch out our triceps. So right arm, bring it up, palm facing behind you, actually. And then bend your elbow, hand comes maybe by your shoulder, the back of your neck. Opposite arm can come in front and push it back, or it can come behind and pull it back. But I want you to feel a stretch in your right triceps where you felt the work in the tricep push-ups. And you're gonna stand up tall, even lift your chin away from your chest. I want your feet to be moving, but I don't want them to get your heart rate back up. So slow down the movement of your feet. Take a deep breath. And we'll switch sides. Left arm comes up, palm faces the wall behind you. Bend at the elbow, hand comes sort of like you're patting yourself on the back, and maybe you do, you deserve it. Right hand comes either in front or behind, but I want you to feel a stretch through your triceps. Lift your chin away from your chest, take some deep breaths. So again, 3/4 of what we did was strength training, slow, controlled movements, and the intention there is to strengthen the muscles, bring more endurance to the muscles. But that last portion was cardio. The intention was to get your heart rate up. And that's more about burning calories, burning fat, losing weight. The intention is very different, so it's good to do a little bit of both. Okay, and then you can release. Now, let's actually stretch our quads since we are, again, still standing. So you might want to grab on to your wall. 1 foot firm on the ground, bend the opposite knee. Grab onto the top of your foot where your shoelaces would go and try to keep your thighs and your knees together. Oftentimes the knee comes out or to the side, which isn't really what we're looking for. We want to try to keep the thighs and the knees together. Draw the heel in tight. If you're looking to make the stretch deeper, draw your heel in towards the back of your thigh. Let's take 3 deep breaths. And make sure that that standing leg isn't locked. Bend it just a little bit. Take another deep breath. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. So 1 foot firm on the ground, bend the opposite knee, grab onto the top of the foot where the shoelaces go. And again, thighs and knees a little closer together if you need to make this stretch deeper. Oftentimes, I'm not sure where this comes from, but I think there's this misconception that tipping forward makes the stretch deeper. I'm not sure where that came from, but I see people do it all the time. I think they get this confused with dancer's pose, and the intention is sort of the opposite as it is in dancer, so tipping forward does nothing for you. So stand upright, take a deep breath. Okay, and then you can relax that down. And then let's come down to a seat. Doesn't matter to me how you do it. Okay, let's come all the way down onto our backs. We'll take a twist. Twisting is great after doing any abdominal work because it helps soften those muscles. So come on down onto your back. Let your arms come out in opposite directions, palms face up. With your knees bent and your feet flat, scoot your hips over to the right a few inches. Hips to the right a few inches, let the legs fall to the left. You can take this leg variation, or if there's another one you know of that you'd prefer, you can do that. But let your legs fall all the way over to the left. Let your legs fall to the left as your shoulder falls down into the right. The right shoulder falls down heavy onto the mat. Maybe you even turn at your neck to look over your right shoulder. But take some deep breaths. Let yourself soften. 3 deep breaths here. And if your head is turned, slowly return your head to the center. Do the same with your legs. Return your legs to the center. Return your hips to the center. Take a deep breath in neutral. And then we'll switch sides. Scoot the hips a few inches over to the left. Let the legs fall to the right. So hips to the left, legs fall to the right. You can take a different leg variation if you'd like. You can turn at your neck to look over your left shoulder. Let yourself rest. Again, twisting helps relieve any tension that might still be happening in your abdominal muscles, obliques, lower back. And we worked all of those spaces and we need them to relax. So let's take 3 more deep breaths here. And then if your head is turned, slowly return back to the center. Return your legs back to the center, your hips to the center, everything to neutral. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Maybe massage your lower back. So again, we worked your lower back, and so massaging it, rolling it into the floor is going to help break up any tension, any gripping that might be going on there. So not a bad idea to hang out here. If you'd like to hang out here a little longer, you're welcome to. Otherwise, similar movement, massaging through the length of the spine, not just the lower back. Tuck the chin into the chest, draw the knees into the chest, and rock along the length of your spine like you're going to come up to a seat, but you change your mind. Going just to your shoulders, not to your neck. Really rounding through your spine. Do it 1 or 2 more times. A little, of course. And then eventually come up to a seat. You made it. Good job. Wonderful work. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Lauren James. I am the yoga and fitness program coordinator of the McFettridge Sports Center. I have a feeling I look crazy right now, but I worked out hard and I'm sure you did too, so thank you so much for sticking along with me. Again, the workout format is Tabata, which is a type of high intensity interval training. That 2010 is named after someone who created that idea. So you could do high intensity interval training of all sort of times. It doesn't always have to be 2010, it's just one that is scientifically proven to work pretty well. We continue to burn calories for the next 48 to 72 hours, which is pretty cool. So thank you again so much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Stay healthy, stay safe, and thank you so much. Bye.